Hey guys, Samint's from TheBetaNetwork here, and in this video I'm going to help you answer the question, should you play Pentiment? This video was made possible by Cosmic Dust. Stick around to the end to find out more. Pentiment is the story about a travelling artist who finds himself in the midst of murders, conspiracies and scandals in the Bavarian Alps. With Europe in turmoil as religion and politics clash at every turn, it is up to you to investigate these mysteries and seek out justice for the people. Pentiment's narrative is quite intriguing, diving deep into the control of the church in the 1500s as well as the use and misuse of power by those in authority. Taking on the role of the aforementioned artist, Andreas Maler, you are tasked with finding the truth behind the many strange events that occur throughout the game. How you interact with different people, as well as what you do with the limited time available to you, all affect the outcome of each event, as well as can help build or break relationships. In Pentiment, your choices really do matter. Certain actions and comments will be remembered by those involved, which could ultimately help or derail your investigations. The writing surrounding these mysteries is fantastic, with the character dialogue in particular being really intriguing. However, a major issue with the narrative is that these events, which are central to the plot, don't start occurring till a few hours in. This wouldn't be such a big deal if the story leading up to these events was interesting. Unfortunately, it starts off as a day in the life of an artist working for the church, with no real purpose to the dialogue aside from a few meaningless exchanges between characters. Now, I am aware that it is commonplace for a narrative to have to be set up before getting to the major plot points. However, the setup still needs to be at least somewhat interesting, and in the case of Pentiment, it really isn't. But I am glad that I pushed through the early game because it really does become more intriguing when the first mystery sets in. The gameplay in Pentiment is very simplistic. Most of your time in this game will be spent choosing between dialogue options, with a small amount of exploration and investigation elements sprinkled in for good measure. Whilst travelling around town, you may also come across the occasional minigame, but these amount to nothing more than just another way to introduce more dialogue. This is especially obvious when it comes to meal times. You can choose to have a meal with many different people around town and can use that time to gather further information for an ongoing investigation. As to how the minigame aspect plays into this, occasionally, in amidst the conversation, you'll be prompted to select a bit of food on your plate to eat, and that is it. Most of the minigames, like this one, are very run-of-the-mill and feel quite unnecessary. I honestly would have preferred to just have the conversation going without the need of these pointless additions. Admittedly, Pentiment's storybook art style is quite charming at first. The simple character animations during interactions with each other, as well as their facial expressions, work really well for this type of game. Add to this the fact that the dialogue text appears with an etching sound in the background to give that feeling that it is being written as you read it, and this title really does begin to feel like a playable storybook. However, there is a downside to this as well, as these animations look really stiff while traversing around town. The title can also feel quite slow due to how sluggish Andreas' movements are. This can slow the game right down to a crawl at times, as you will often have to travel to opposite sides of the map repeatedly to complete certain objectives. So, should you play Pentiment? Honestly, it depends. At its best, the narrative is really intriguing, especially because it takes your actions into account for the outcome. Unfortunately, on the flip side of this, there are many dry moments throughout the game, as well as a long and uninteresting slog of an introduction. If you have the time to spare and don't mind sifting through some meaningless dialogue to get to the good bit, then sure, give it a go. Otherwise, maybe give this one a miss. Thanks to Cosmic Dust for sponsoring today's video. Cosmic Dust is the latest innovation in gaming support supplements. Their vitamin-based power-up drink, Extrasis, has been made to help you get that extra stamina and focus for those long streaming sessions. Whilst Flow Zone has been created to help boost awareness and consciousness for those intense competitive matches. Click the link in the description and use the code TheBetaNetwork to check out their full range of gamer-friendly products. Not only will you get some awesome stuff, but you will be helping to support our channel in the process.